So welcome back to the shop. We have a little bit of a problem. So remember I 3D printed these to hold my lathe tools? Well, some of them are breaking, so we can't have that. Actually broke and hit the table and messed up some of my carbide tips. I put these back on just today, but what we're going to do is we're going to make these out of a piece of angle. I'm still not sure if I'm going to use the 3D printed bolts. I believe these nuts will be fine for what I need it to do. And what I'm going to use is I have this rusty angle iron. So I think this is going to work out pretty good. Let's clean it up and then I'll cut it to the size I need, and we'll see what we're in for. Stay tuned. Well, first off, here's a couple that I 3D printed and they're still working. I don't know, I might be able to get away with printing them 100%, because I think these are 50. I'll have to go back and look at the video, but those are pretty solid. So that's just, I did prototype these, so sometimes 3D printing is just for prototyping, not for the final product. All right, stay tuned. Okay, I cut these pieces that I need. I cut 15 of them out of, I think I showed you, didn't I? 2-inch angle, right? 2-inch by 1.5 inches. Now, do you see a problem here? After I changed the blade on that saw the last time, I didn't calibrate it and it was off and I didn't realize it. And I don't know if you guys can see, but look how much it's off, okay? Now, some people would say, hey, what's the big deal? It's just to hold my, right? It's going to go on here like this. So it's going to hold and then it's going to bolt, right? So some people are like, hey, what's the big deal? It's just holding this tool. But I can see that. And that is going to drive me bananas. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the mill and I'm going to see if I can square these up. I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I make it smaller because it sits on there. I hope it doesn't. We're going to find out. If not, I just made these things for my good friend the trash can. But I think it'll work. I think if I put this on the parallels, that would make that side flat and I just have to mill the one side. That's what I'm hoping. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. I mean, probably not, I guess, huh? That's what I'm thinking. If it's evenly out of whack, which it should be, right? Look, if it's that, right? And it's that. That's what I would say. I actually realized that after I cleaned them up. So let's head to the mill. Let's do one, and let's see what happens. Okay. 3/4 inch end mill. This is the low side, but I didn't really check here. It should be consistent, I think. Hopefully that's focused. Alright, hopefully it doesn't go flying across the room. Everything seems tight. That's my signs. We want to go slow. Turn it on. Way too fast. Alright. Let's see what happens here. See what happens over here, look. So it is off a smidge. it by hand, nice and slow. Really uneventful. Alright, let me clean this up. Okay guys, you know what? I can live with that. I took some quick measurements with a tape measure. We should have done it before and after, but as you can see here up top, roughly, I mean that's inch and a half. Let's flip this over like that. Inch and a half. I mean that's a little less. But that's a heck of a lot better. I know I'm being anal about it, but that was going to drive me bananas. So this looks a lot better. Let's get the other one going. Okay, here's the setup. I have this set up so it's coming in 3/4 of an inch from this side, 3/8 in this side. I didn't mill both sides, so this isn't going to be exactly in the center, but it's close enough for what I'm doing. I'm not spot drilling, I am just drilling. So I'm going to show you a couple of these, and I'm just going to blast through them. Alright, that's it. It's as simple as that. I have that stop set up right there. So, pull this out. Put the next one in. Put it right against the stop. Tighten it down. And that is alright. What I'm doing here is I have to mill a slot in one of these for the lathe tool. Alright, so this is what we're doing. I need a way to hold my wrench. So I drilled a hole in here, the same size as these. Now I have this magnet, so I'm going to attach the magnet, and then the magnet will hold the wrench. So now let's figure out what size this thread is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but these threads seem awful square. I'm going to grab a 1/4 die and chase that. I can't imagine what thread size is, you know. Thinking that's 1/4 20, but you're awful square. Yeah, 1/4 20. I'm telling you, that's what they are. Let's see. This is such an oddball thread. There we go. That's gonna do it. Might as well get our die. I mean, our tap. 1/4 20. Can't see. 1/4 20. All right, according to my drill chart, 1/4 20 is a number 7 drill. How about this? Look at this. 1/4 28 is a number 3. I think this is a misprint. So remember, I always say go up one size. So I'm going to drill an 8, not a 7. We can deal with a little slop, and I don't want to break that tap. So here's my index. I'm missing a 10. So what did I say? An 8, right? Okay. There we go. So I'm going to go drill that. I'm not going to show you drilling it, and then I will bring you back when I tap it. Quarter inch. Quarter inch right there. Do. I guess that's it. It's all the further I can get it. So that's going to work. Let's see if I can get that in there just a little bit further. Okay, these nuts, if you want to call them that, they were stripping out. So what I decided to do was heat up a nut and melt it into it. And it did work. I'm not confident that that's going to hold up. So what I ended up doing was I went to Amazon and I bought, I don't know, 50 of these, I think. I think it was like 50 for 25 bucks or something. Yeah. 50 of them. I think they were like 25 bucks. They are a little expensive. They don't have the spring on them, so they were cheaper. I just figured, you know, screw it. Let's just go all metal. These will last, and I have a bunch of that unistrut that I can use for other stuff, so they're not going to go to waste. So let's head over to the lathe. Let's get all this stuff bolted up and see how it looks. I use the metal nuts on all of these except for the wrench. The wrench I did keep the plastic nut. Okay guys, there you have it. Things are looking pretty good. Sorry about the darkness, but I'm trying a new camera angle, and that had to be put into one of my light sockets. If this works out, I will put a separate circuit or a separate socket for that to run off of. You see I have a place to put my tool for my chuck. It's not interfering with anything. I could tighten these up because I do have more tools than that. My wrench, this worked out pretty good. And I did leave the plastic nut in there for now. This is holding up good. I think I probably 100% printed that, I forget. So, all right guys, there you go. There's another plastic to metal video. Let me know what you think. Comments, thumbs up, subscribe. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.